We all want to motivate people, and that is why everywhere people talk about how to motivate, how to stay motivated. And that's why we could see that a lot of investment, a lot of money is spent across the globe every day just to motivate people. We design apps, we develop sessions, and we recommend people to join different leadership forums just to stay motivated. But still, all these efforts always doesn't get success. And many a times it has been seen that this motivation or the so-called motivational session lasts only for hours or maybe few days. And again, it's back to the same. Why exactly we really need to get motivated, and why exactly we always get demotivated? So I think this is very important for us to understand, that we should understand at the very fundamental level to understand this fact that what motivation means, the motive behind the action. So we cannot see the motive for others, and that's why we cannot always motivate people. What we can do rather, we can inspire people. We can give them the cue that why exactly one can get motivated. But it all depends how one really look at your inspiration. So many a times I have seen parents asking question that how I can get my children motivated for their studies, how I can get them motivated for their sports. I think it's really important for us to understand that before we talk about finding the motive behind someone's action, we should always look back into a wonderful thing, that is the golden circle of life. Many a times, experts and leaders have spoken about the golden circle. What is golden circle? It comes with three questions: why, what, and how. But what exactly is important is we often forget that people have their own reasons to choose this reasoning. Some can say that what I should be doing which can really motivate me, and someone can ask me that how I should be doing so that I can stay motivated. But I think one should really ask the question that why I should be doing all these things which can be motivating. So once one expert asked his student that how exactly you stay motivated. Is it what you really choose to do in a day, or how you do the things in a day? After a little thinking, the student said that I think I really do not find the purpose, and if I really put it in the right way, it is why. So how many times we have really checked the why factor for our people? If you're really talking about motivating someone, I think it's time for us to understand that whether we understand their why. If you're thinking that you should find a motivated workforce, you should find your children really motivated to do their studies or their sports and other extracurricular activity, then I think it's time for you to understand that how you're really addressing their why. If you cannot give them a purpose, if you cannot give them the why, can you tell me why they should be motivated? Take an example. If you're really even watching this video, or you are just switching off and moving to some other video, it's because you find your why. And if you're not really getting a why, then you are not convinced. So the whole world really is looking for the why. Another thing I would like to say about motivation, that it is like a double-edged sword. If you really have the up, you also have a down. So motivation always comes up and down. So if you see today you are motivated, not necessary that tomorrow you'll be equally motivated, you can be demotivated. And motivation and demotivation are just like two sides of a coin. And it can always exist in your mind. It's the way how you condition your mind. But the real purpose is always important. If you have the clarity of your purpose, if you know why exactly you are doing that thing, you can always stay motivated. You imagine that you are going through a busy market and suddenly you see something lying in one shop which you have been searching for a long time. You may be going for an important work, but you suddenly stop by just to find out about that thing, and you look for that particular product or that particular item. But that time you don't remember that you are going for a busy work, but it is really important for you that you should go and find information about, and that is the why. So sometimes you might find that we are doing certain tasks which are very daunting and very difficult, but we get simply immersed into that work and we really do not think of the time and the kind of effort we are giving behind that. And that is because we find the purpose bigger than the time and the other things. In life, I always follow one principle, which I'll be sharing it with you today. I think it's important for all of us to do a small process, that is review and preview, which I always practically do in my life. I've seen that most of us, we're always in a hurry to get the success, and that is why we are always trying to be very much aggressive, that whatever may happen, we must get the success at any cost, and we always want to force our ambition. But take a pause. Before you really try to claim your success, it's important for you to analyze and review yourself. Take at least one time in a week or maybe every day when you can really analyze your own actions so that you can understand that what exactly you are doing and what is exactly the impact of these actions. Most of the time we are so busy in our daily routine that we never look ourselves. We always expect that how others are really reacting to us. Remember, if you are getting some experience, it is not because you are not also involved in that. Sometimes when we really complain that we are not really getting the good experience from others, probably it is because of us. So it's time for us to review our own action. The moment you review your own actions, you will really find that what is the thing you could have done to avoid that thing, or perhaps you could have done that thing in a different way, which could have really avoided the whole scenario, and maybe the result could have been much more desired. So I think we should all try to first review our own actions. Whenever you finish your daily routine, maybe sometime before you go to the bed, if you have a habit of journaling, then you really should know that what exactly you have done throughout the day, so that you can really find out that what exactly is that action which is really limiting your success. And every time you do that, you really go one step closer to your success. So if you really start reviewing yourself, then tomorrow you'll be getting the preview which you have been always expecting. So I'm sure if you really start following these actions, then that day is not very far when you can start waking up every day in a motivated manner, and motivation is always with you. So for keeping such information with you, you must come back in my channel and watch such informative videos, and I'll be back with some more tips and tricks on motivation. Till then, stay well and stay motivated.
It's a season of celebration, and I wish you a lovely and happy New Year 2025. And I'm sure that next time when I'm back to Kolkata with one more tent, a positive impact for all of you. Thank you. So that will be guided. Thank you so much. Thank you, Panjus, for joining us.